Hello? You wanna go to your new home? It's gonna be pretty cool. Whew, I'm out of breath because my animals are on the 3rd floor. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another cage build in my custom cages wall. If you didn't see the video where we built this entire thing, check it out. I will link it in the description box below. It's pretty rad to see like how this all comes together, and a huge thank you to Custom Cages for gifting me this entire like my pets are living like kings and queens. They did before, but I just love this setup. Like it looks like a legit pet store now. Like it's cool. I also put a really rad LED light behind it. I can change the colors, and so at night you can see it a lot better. You can't really see it right now. Today we're gonna be building my Tegu Nash, his cage, because he is in a smaller cage downstairs right now that was a temporary cage, but he's gotten slightly bigger and it's already just too small. So moving him into this, he was actually going to be going in the 6-foot one down here, but I have my rescued bearded dragons still, and I didn't think that I would still have them, but I do still have them. So he's gonna go in one of these right here. So he's gonna actually go in this middle one. So I have my house geckos in here, which I have a video on this cage build. All the cage builds that you, like all the cages that are done here, I've actually done a video on them. So check those out. I'll put them out in order, but I've got my house geckos and I did my anoles in the same video. So these are actually feeder lizards that I purchased and put them in a cage. So we're gonna build Nash's out right here. It's another great thing about custom cages, you can get backgrounds put in here. So we've got Utah, and then we've got like the grasslands in like on a savanna, which I really like. Actually, I love this one for him, but I can't see up here as well as I want to be able to see a new reptile. Like he's also a baby, so this will be easier to deal with him in this one. This looks so rad. So the background is pretty cool still. So this is the one that we're gonna be building for him today. Also wanted to say that he's not gonna last in this one too long. I'm actually gonna have to get another 6-foot enclosure because he's growing about like an inch or 2 per month. So this enclosure that I just showed you guys is 2 feet by 2 feet. I would prefer to put him in something larger even right now. This is still bigger than what he's in, and it's still a fine size for how big he is currently. But very soon, like within the next couple months, I'm gonna have to get like a 6-foot enclosure and put him into that. So I'll probably be doing another cage build when we get to that point, if you guys wanna see it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start building. I'm pretty stoked because I brought up some of the wood, but I just had some wood delivered from Blooms and Branches. It's where I get all of my wood. All the wood that you see in all these enclosures, like this little burl here, that guy, all of these are from Blooms and Branches. So I brought up a few that I thought would work really well in there. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the UVB and heat light so that we have some more light going down into this enclosure. One thing that I love about custom cages too is like all your lighting and all that is up here and it's totally closed off. You can't see any cords. I absolutely can't stand all the cords hanging down when it comes to like animal rooms and stuff. For a cage this size, I would usually only use one UVB light, and I've got this guy, and this actually is really cool because it has all these LED lights. You can do some different colors and stuff, but I don't know where the other part to this freaking cord is that plugs in here, so I haven't been able to use that part of this for so long. So, but for the sake of this video, I'm actually gonna put like another UVB hood in here so that it's lit up well and you can see what's going on inside of the cage. This heat light that I have, I wanna say that this is a 75 watt in here, so I may or may not need a hotter one. Downstairs in the enclosure that I have him in right now, it's been keeping the temperature around 100 degrees, which is perfect for a juvenile Tegu. So I'm gonna use this one and I'm gonna use my temp gun a little bit to just make sure that the temperature in the basking area is exactly what it needs to be. And by the way, that's a purple bulb in there. Okay, we are ready to move on to the cage itself. Now, these like doors are very reflective, so I'm gonna try my best to show you guys what I'm doing without being in the way. Since Tegus love to burrow and dig, which mine does, he's pretty much always under his substrate, I'm actually getting some little pans to go inside of these so that I can build up a substrate. Right now, I'm not really gonna be able to do that a whole lot. I might do it towards the back but it just falls out of here if you build it up too much. So unless you have those little pans, and Custom Cages does sell those. So I'm gonna get a few of those. But for the sake of getting him into his new cage and giving him a little bit more space to roam around, we're gonna go ahead and work with what we got. I'm gonna be using cypress mulch today because tegus need a very high humidity, and this is great for animals that need a high humidity as it retains moisture super well. Cypress mulch is also a bit cheaper than some of the other ones like orchid bark. Just gonna keep adding more until I feel like we've got enough in here. For the basking area back here, I'm actually gonna go to Home Depot and buy some of those like slate rocks and put one back there. I only have these 2 little rocks right now because when I moved, I got rid of a bunch of them. So I'm gonna get the one that's like much bigger than this because these are really good for absorbing heat. So when they lay on it, they can absorb heat from their bellies. So we got the heat lamp right here. So I'm gonna kind of put these down here. I really like this piece of wood, so I'm gonna use this one, I think. I'm gonna guess that he's gonna be burrowing like back here. So I'm gonna put the water dish over here. I think I might even add another piece of wood in here. Kind of like rest it up against this one. This one is super cool, look at this one. I don't know which animal I'm gonna give this to. Maybe Nash when he gets a bigger cage, but this one is super cool. Digging in my box of plants. These are like off Amazon. Just gonna like add this in here so that he has some, like, feels like he has more places to hide. And I would like to get some plants to go on the sides here because I have somewhat of a weird thing with this being clear, just because if Nash sees these other little lizards, he's gonna think they're food. Same with these geckos, he's gonna think they're food. So I'd like to stick some more plants up on the sides here so he can't really see through. I don't have a whole lot right now, so I'm gonna have to go buy some more. And as you can see, the suction cup is like hanging off in this other cage. They don't really stay up super well. I'm gonna put this hide in here just in case. Every time I give him a hide, he is not interested in using it at all, and he'd rather just burrow, but I'm gonna put it in here anyway, just for some enrichment, for something for him to do, something for him to hide under. I feel like this is a really good area for him to hide under though. This is the water bowl I'm gonna use. It's big enough for him to get inside of, but once I get him the bigger cage, I'm gonna get him a much larger bowl so that he can soak in it if he wishes. Clear away some of this. Like how there's like little steps in this bowl, like for the animal. Kind of cute. Here's how we're looking so far. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up with my Reptisafe treated water. And I think this is all I'm gonna do in here right now until I get some plants that I can stick to the side. Part of me actually wants to build, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can put another branch up here to give him a little more space to climb upwards. This looks like it might be a good one. Make sure it's nice and sturdy. Probably kind of hard to tell, but this just looks really good. Like a lot of good hiding spots for him. Basking area will be right over here that I can measure. And we built up some of the substrate back here so he can dig under there and burrow if he wants to. And I think once I take him out of his other cage, I'll also put more of it back there so it's built up even more. But for now, I think this is looking pretty good. One last thing I do need to do, and it's in this drawer right here. Humidity and temp gauge. Before I put that in there though, I'm gonna go ahead and mist the whole enclosure down, because he will be pissed if I do this when he's in there. It's gonna be hard to find him in here. Like I already have a hard time finding him, and he gets so pissed when I wake him up and he's under a substrate. He looks like a teenager that's like huffing and puffing. This is my impression of him when I wake him up. And then tail whip, tail whip, tail whip. What a little fucker. Like I did not even know that tegus could be that dramatic. It's absolutely hilarious. Like he gets so ticked off, Hims gets mad. Do you guys like my socks? I actually got these from an inside trampoline place, and I was like, yeah, I'm keeping those because my hardwood floors, I'm gonna eat shit one of these days. Now that I have misted this down, I'm gonna go ahead and put the temp gauge in here, and I usually will just place this somewhere where I can easily read it, and then I like to use my temp gun. I like to keep this on the cool side so I can see the temp easily, and then I will manually shoot my gun over here in a couple hours just to make sure that's the temperature that I want. And let's go ahead and get Nash and put him in here. I see him. Oh look, I can take this and put it in the new cage. Hello. It's breathing because he's so mad. Are you mad? Come on, baby. Hey, honey. Come on. Hi. It's just me. Shmeow? Shmeow? You want to go to your new home? It's gonna be pretty cool. Come on. You're still a baby and you're still being kind of rude. It's okay, honey. Let's go. Let's take this plant. Will you hold that for me? Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up before we put him in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. I'm gonna put more soon. Hey, are you done hanging out in this empty cage? You're just gonna take a nap or pretend like you're sleeping? Coming sideways at you so you don't feel threatened, but you're probably gonna whip me anyway. Come here. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty then. Go on, go explore. The one thing I said you don't use, and that's the first thing you use. Okay, you're making me look like a liar. Do something, Nash. Can you be more interested in what I just created for you instead of looking at theirs and wishing you were in there? Hey, Lucy. You need to maybe start hitting the treadmill a little bit. Look at that little beer gut. Look at it. Kind of remind me of Homer Simpson right now, a little bit. Just a little bit. This is the way out. And that is Nash's cage, all done. That literally only took me like 15 minutes, so that was awesome. He looks so stoked in there. He's like exploring and getting all pissy. I love it. I think the only other ones that I have to build out, I've got 2 up here now, and I think that I'm gonna put my leopard gecko females in one of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the other one. It's gonna have to be something smaller because they're 2 feet by 2 feet. And I was thinking about maybe like some dart frogs or something, or maybe I'll just leave it open for when I get a rescue that needs to go in there. Let me know what you guys think would go really well with either the Utah arches or the Savannah. I feel like the leopard geckos could go in either. So if you have any fun ideas about what I could potentially put in there, let me know. I was thinking about putting my crested gecko in one of these, but I think I'd like to put her in a taller one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys just got inspired and want to watch more cage build videos, I will link a bunch of them in the description box below for you, and you can have a ball, watch all those. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Just sitting here with your eyes on the screen and hitting the like button helps me provide really rad enclosures and like buy all the stuff that I put in my animals enclosures, including like my rescue vet bills and rescue cages as well. So thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye. Oh, P.S. I did a makeup tutorial on this eye look right here. I used the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, so if you want to see that, I'll also link that for you in the description box.